Hi, that's me, Robert Sullivan, driving my car out to Tomoka State Corrections Institution, a maximum security prison in Volusia County, where I worked for 2.5 years as an adult education instructor through Daytona State College, my employer. I'm going out there to show you the place in hopes that this will explain why I picked the proposal that I picked for our final project. My final project is a proposal to have a 501c3 nonprofit to provide an art instructor with a van to go from prison to prison in Florida, bringing inspiration and art supplies to the people there. As I drive down Gator Bay Road, that's the road the prison is on, I see the facility to my right. I'm on a speed bump infested road which beckons me to drive slowly enough to really be able to soak in the sights. The tall chain link fence topped with a spiked barbed wire surrounds the compound. It glistens in the morning sun. The whole compound becomes a monstrous silhouette in front of the rising sun, and I think about the guys in there packed into dorms that seem so placid from my vantage point. This is it, the place that houses the maladroit and the forgotten. And when I let it, I can almost hear the pent-up frustration seeping out of the walls. Since I began working in this maximum security prison, I started to refer to what's going on in our midst as an incarceration epidemic. Prior to working here, I knew our country, and Florida in particular, was good at putting people in jail. You probably heard the saying, come to Florida on vacation and leave on probation. Leave if you're lucky, I guess. But if you read any of the stats, you can't help but wonder what's going on. Our country leads the world in putting its citizens in prison, as we incarcerate nearly 7 to 8 times as many people as most countries do. Florida has one of the highest prison populations in the country. 24% of all people in prison in the world are imprisoned in the USA, and we only make up about 4% of the world population. Why, you may ask? The reasons are plenty, not least of which is the fact that overzealous prosecutors, judges, and politicians have a ready-made group of helpless and powerless to prey on in this country. It's America's dirty little secret, you might say. All those undereducated, financially challenged folks are their prey and a profit waiting to happen if you just push the right buttons and keep setting the right traps. By incarcerating this market focus, the overzealous prosecutors, judges, and politicians can then garner votes and appointments from the middle classes by playing the get tough on crime card. However, in another ironic twist, the middle class are fast becoming victims of this incarceration hysteria too. Just not enough yet to really get anyone truly riled up, though. But as our economy continues to diminish the numbers in the middle classes, we're creating a bigger market of people that can be entrapped and incarcerated. So a bad economy makes for a good incarceration business. Poor to lower middle class people with very little education become a commodity of sorts to which certain groups can make big bucks off. It's one of the few growth markets left in our current economy. Hell, I was making money off of this, although not big bucks like the CEOs of Pride, which is a company out there that purchases prison labor for minimum wage, resells it to the county for twice as much, and the prisoners end up with about 11 cents per hour. But let's put it this way. If my students knew I made almost $30 an hour coming out here to help them with their dangling prepositions, they'd be pretty envious, and maybe some would even be a little angry, because they never saw me working that hard. So big bucks is all relative, right? And it is money. It's all about money. And hopefully we're at a point in our history, in our collective mindset, to realize what's been going on is very inhumane. And this 501c3 is a nonprofit organization that does need money in order to conduct its business of bringing art and art inspiration to prisons, and I hope I am successful in organizing the effort.